Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I would like to share with you trends for this spring-summer season. As it usually happens, we often have so many trends on our disposal, but not all of these trends are worth investing in. Some we should definitely stay away from. So for that reason, I would like to share with you what are those trends that we should invest in and what are those trends we should ignore. Let me start first with this ignore list. Over here we have one trend whose purpose I simply don't understand and I don't like it. It's a trend called scant. For those of you who are not familiar with this word, scant is a word made out of a skirt and pants. There you have scant. It's a skirt embroidered over a pair of pants or jeans. I'm so not fan of this trend and I would advise you all to stay away from it. If I want to wear a pair of pants, I will just wear pants. If I want to wear a skirt, I will just wear a skirt on its own without making or creating this complication of style. I don't know how I would call it, but I simply find it unnecessary. And we could have also seen across the runway shows dresses being worn over pants. So again, this is something I totally don't like and I would advise you all to stay away from these sort of designs. Next on the list we have plaid. This might sound a little bit controversial because I personally do wear plaid. I have one plaid blazer that I wear for autumn-winter time of the year. But the reason why I put plaid on ignore list for this spring-summer time of the year is simply because we have those deeper tone of plaid designs in dresses, in skirts, pants, suits and so on. It's a comeback of plaid from early 90s and that is something that I totally don't like. I'm not a fan of 90s fashion, so for that reason I just don't find plaid designs to be appealing when it comes to this warmer time of the year. If it's a colder time of the year, I'm totally okay with it, but I just don't like plaid designs in spring-summer time of the year. Next trend we should avoid would be fringes. This is not the first time that I mention fringes in negative light. I simply don't like fringes and I would prefer a piece of clothing, whether it's a dress or a jacket or pants, skirt, whatever it is, to be just simple and sleek in its design without these unnecessary fringy elements. So for that reason, I've always stayed away from fringes, and simply because we have a comeback of fringes for this spring-summer time of the year, I would advise you to be really cautious when it comes to these fringes. And finally, on ignore list, we have boho style. Boho dresses, boho blouses and so on. Now this one might sound a little bit controversial because I personally do like boho dresses, but it all depends. There are certain boho designs that are just too much of everything, too many ruffles, too many added details, and that is something that puts me off when it comes to these designs. But then again, there are certain designs that look totally nice. On Chloe, I've seen some really nice boho dresses that would look so beautiful for spring-summer time of the year. But I'm like iffy when it comes to it. I like it and I don't like it. It all comes of what sort of a design it is. So again, be cautious when it comes to boho style. I did put it on ignore list, but again, there are those pieces that can look really nice. Now, moving on to the invest list. Over here, I would first start with the soft pink or ballet pink tones that are really trendy for this spring-summer time of the year. I'm someone who absolutely adores these soft pink tones. I'm wearing one right now. This is old H&M soft pink blazer and I absolutely adore it. So this is personal. I do love soft pink pastel tones in spring-summer time of the year, so I'm definitely going to look after some of them. But if you don't like soft pink tones, another tone that is very trendy for this time of the year is buttery yellow. Chloe and the Chanel brought us some really beautiful buttery yellow designs, and as someone who again loves buttery yellow equally as soft pink, I'm definitely gonna look after these two tones. But if you're not fan of these softer tones, another tone that is again still with us for this spring summer time of the year is brown. We have seen so many brown pieces during past autumn winter season, and simply because it was too trendy, too popular, everyone is wearing brown, designers decided why not just keep on brown tone as trendy as it was during autumn winter season, so we've seen a lot of brown designs as well. Another trend that I absolutely adore would be U-shaped tank tops with a little bit wider straps. I personally adore these sort of simple designs, especially because you can style a tank top like this with some nice and elegant wide leg trousers. Something like that is just so effortless and always looks so beautiful, especially when you're lazy to get dressed during spring summer days. This is just like a go-to formula that you can always approach to. But what I like the most across the runway show is this look from Ralph Lauren. I simply adore how they brought us this mix of simple and something more embellished. So simple white tank top with this golden embellished maxi skirt. This is something that looks so beautiful. It's something that is never gonna go out of the style. So yeah, I'm really glad that we have such a huge comeback of these simple designs. Another trend that we should definitely invest in would be a white pair of jeans or white pants. Across the runway show, we've seen a lot of white pants, and I have to be honest and say this is something that I personally adore. I find white in spring summer time of the year so seamless and elegant, and again it's so easy to style with either one of those tones that I previously mentioned, soft pink or buttery yellow. Right now I even have these white jeans that I'm wearing again together with this soft pink blazer and white shirt underneath it, and that's it. Like, I simply adore white because it is so effortless and so easy to style with pretty much anything. And across the runway show we've seen a lot of head to toe white looks. I personally adore these Alberta Ferretti looks. I believe this is just pure perfection, a beautiful white suit. I simply adore it. Which brings me to the next trend we should invest in, and those would be suits. Since workwear category has been the most shopped category across all over the shopping websites, designers decided to bring us even more workwear. So for that reason we have so many suits. One thing you're going to notice is that blazers are having a little bit cinched design. But just because we're going to have a lot more to say these blazers with cinched waist, it doesn't mean that oversized blazers are out of the style. Absolutely not. They're equally present as we've been able to see them. Next trend worth investing in would be mini skirts and mini dresses, but with that said, it doesn't mean that maxi or midi length is out of the style. Absolutely not. Midi and maxi length can never go out of the style, it's just timeless. But for this spring summer time of the year, we can see a lot of those very mini, very short designs. I am not maybe fan of all like mini designs. We were able to see a lot of like mini shorts with a cinched blazer on top. Maybe I'm not a fan of that, but a normal mini length is something that is totally fine in my opinion. Same goes for mini dresses. I'm totally going to embrace this trend as I am every other season. I wouldn't honestly call this a trend, but simply because it has been brought to us as a trend, I have to add it on the trend list. And finally, I believe this is the last trend that I believe is okay to invest in, and that would be tulle. We were able to see so many beautiful tulle designs, tulle dresses, tulle blouses, but I have to be honest and say that again, tulle can be a little bit complicated, and some of you might like it, some not, simply because tulle can often be see-through. So for example, if it's a tulle skirt, maybe I wouldn't be quite exactly after a piece like that. But a tulle top is totally fine with me. Underneath it you can wear some nice lacy bralette, or even you can purchase a tulle blouse that is not being a see-through, but then it has a see-through sleeves. It's something like that can look very elegant and so feminine and beautiful. With that said, I believe I covered pretty much all of the trends that we have for this spring-summer time of the year. So yeah, that would be it in today's video. Please let me know down below which one of these trends you are going to potentially invest in, and the trends that you're going to ignore. That would be it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!